Tipsy Truth Talk podcast. This is what it looks like. This is behind the scenes. We're just going to film a little bit of this so you can see what it looks like when we're a little bit tipsy recording a podcast. Okay. All right. So, I'm Crystal Escobar. This is episode number 67, Tipsy Truth Talk. Yes, this episode is a recording of Sean and I on a night where we had a few drinks, and it was kind of fun to just kind of do an episode together and share some truth talk. Okay, we're just gonna start rolling here. Go ahead. Like, we are just, Sean is writing down notes. Like, this is totally off the cuff here.
If we get to the fourth
we have not planned this.
If we get to the fourth thing, it'll be...
I can't hear you if you want
anybody You can't hear me.
I mean, they can't hear you, so...
Hello.
It's Tipsy Truth Talk because, you know, when you get a little bit of liquid courage in you, you tend to be very truthful. You know, like, everything is changing so rapidly and we're learning new things and things are evolving, which is all great. But I think sometimes it causes you to question everything. I mean, well, yeah, we're questioning everything, and then you even will question your marriage and like, wait, are we really like soulmates? Like, am I really like the one person you want to be with? And so there's a lot of fears and insecurities that have been coming up lately, and so we've been talking through them, and it's been fine, but it's been hard at the same time because it's like your fears and insecurities can sometimes take over because everything is so new, everything's changing, and you're like I don't know, like, what is anything anymore.
To be fair, I felt it too. Like 3 weeks ago, I think it was, I started to feel like this crazy feeling like Crystal didn't love me and Crystal didn't mean to choose me, and she really didn't want to be with me, and it was just like dark and scary, and I think I stayed there for probably over 10 days. I'm so sorry, but I didn't, it felt so real, and we'd gotten in a fight about, you know, we're learning, right? We're learning, we're growing, we're evolving, we're trying to understand one another, and we're being open with each other, and sometimes it's weird and scary.
Yeah.
And we got in a fight, and things were said, and I just felt like, oh my gosh, like maybe she wouldn't really choose me if she had to do it all over again. And it just stuck with me, and I feel so good now, and it's funny because right now Crystal's feeling a little bit that way, and
yeah, it's like
we changed.
Yeah,
you know?
He was feeling it a couple weeks ago, and then now I'm feeling it. I'm like, wait, do you really love me? Do you really want to be with me?
Okay, here's the thing, though. Okay, so Crystal, I wouldn't trade the last year, even though it's been so hard and so painful and so much heartache. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't trade the last year for the previous 14, because it's only in the last year I feel like I've gotten to know the real you, mm-hmm. and you've gotten to know the real me. And, and like, that's what's crazy is I think if you think about back when we met, I probably fell in love with the limited portion of you that you were showing me.
Yeah.
And you probably fell in love with the limited portion of me that I was showing you. Mm-hmm. And now I feel like, oh, no wonder I fell in love with this person. Like, holy crap, this is exactly what I need. This is exactly what I want.
Yeah.
And so, like, even that 10%, to me, what it represents is my inherent self knew what it needed and wanted, and it recognized even just 10% of that. Like, mm-hmm. now I feel like I'm getting the full 100. Like, yeah. God, that's great. So are you my soulmate? Oh, my God, Crystal. Oh, my God. I love you so much.
Oh, you're going to make me
cry.
my
God, are you kidding me? Like, that's crazy, because do we have to say there's a God? Like, it's crazy because I don't know what there is anymore. I don't know if there's a God. I don't know if Jesus was this or that. I don't know anymore anything, right? But I know you and I were supposed to connect, and I know that magnet that drew us together was real.
Yeah.
And do I have to say that God did that? Like, who is God? It doesn't matter anymore. It's like, absolutely, I know of certainty that you and I were drawn to each other, and the universe, God, some mystical Mickey Mouse alien in the
Fairies.
universe.
Fairies. I like fairies.
Fairies. They were up there like drawing this picture, and they're like, these two are perfect for each other. And I know that so much. God, even if you ever decided to leave, like to move on from us for any reason, and I know that's a horrible thought and to think about, and it's not great, but if that ever happened, I would look back so fondly on our journey and our relationship. I don't ever want that to happen because I need you in my life and you make me happy. But I just want you to know that, like, you're that for me. You're that one and only. You're my soulmate. I can see that I need you, and you've really been a blessing in my life. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Love you.
I love you. And I think sometimes it's easy to forget, like, you get all caught up in your own fears, and you start to forget, like, how much we are meant to be together. Like, it is so obvious how meant we are, how meant for each
other.
How meant
For each other.
How meant for each other we are, because, like, going through this process with you has been like perfect. Like, me and you together on this journey is like everything I could have ever imagined, because I can't imagine doing this without you, first of all. And we're so much on the same page. We've had some arguments about, like, new beliefs and stuff like that, but that's part of the process, I think. But overall, I think we are very much on the same page, and that is so amazing. Like, how lucky are we to be so in alignment in so many different areas? Even the timing, like, you and I together came out of the church at the same time, and it's just like, wow, like, I just can't believe how perfect it was for us to be together. And you've definitely helped me through a lot of the hard times, like, you've been my rock.
Yeah. No, seriously. I keep saying this, and it's funny because a lot of the men in these groups, they're like, dude, stop. Like, don't say that your wife gave you permission to leave the church. And I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I was going to stay in it for life, and I was not happy in that. I was happy in every other element of my life.
I love the commitment that you had to me. Like, you just knew that was so important to you. You're like, I'm just going to do it for her.
I was happy in every other area of my life. I was happy with our marriage. I was happy with our kids. I was happy with my work. I was happy with my everything except for that. Mm-hmm. Like, so I wasn't 100%. I was probably like 85, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's crazy because you gave me the permission. Like, I would have just stayed 85% and wondered my whole life, how would 100% feel?
Yeah. And like you said, I love that I am getting to know the 100% version of Sean, because it's amazing. Like, I like seeing this side of you, the person that feels like free to be so authentic and just do your own thing. I just love that. I love seeing that about you and not feeling this weight on your shoulders. I think I always notice that there seems to be some kind of weight on
yes, I feel like I carried around a sack of rocks for 20 years.
Yes, and I could tell. And so it's like really awesome to see this side of you.
Thank you.